ratio test at the bottom. It's of the Chen Nikra Tzitzis B'Loshen Nekeva. So we have Tzitzis because we understand that Tzitzis is an aspect, he mentioned this, of emah. It's a result of it's a makif of emah. He had said that. And he went through the concept of Tzitz and the concept of Tzitzis. But the Chen He Nikra, so there he says this, therefore it's called Tzitzis. Shehu Loshen Nekeva, which is a female language. Kaven shehoyamina or hoyotze mumochin. The emah, because it's a light that comes out of the mochin of emah. The emah he nekeva. Then he said mishum kach seder of the vishas of begodim etzel the kohen gadol. So therefore, this is the reason why we have this order in the clothing of the kohen gadol. Hoya beseder the lohalon. One is the matznafis, and first is the matznafis, which is the hat. And the base is the tzitz, which comes around the forehead. And then after that, you have the tefillin. And maybe the tzitz, I'm not exactly which one is, but let's see. But tzarek l'bir mifnei ma tzitz hu l'malam and the tefillin. So why should the tzitz be above the tefillin? And Muvarim the Rav, so the Rav explains, ki hatam lezehu shehem ha-tzitzit v'hem ha-tefillin Hey memochin the emah the bad. So the tzitzis and the tefillin, these are all aspects that come from emah. It's a probably important fact to know somewhere. Akad tzitz hu memochin the abba kana emer lamala, as we had mentioned. V'shum kach makom shal the tzitz hu lamala b'makom b'tefillin. So therefore, lamala is also means panimi. So therefore, it's inside of the tefillin, or on top of the it's on top of the tefillin, or inside of it, depending on how you look at it. The emah, because the tefillin come from the mochin the emah. The emah nikras neshama, and another word for emah is neshama. The abba nikra chaya. So abba, you see already that the level of light is much greater in abba than it is in emah. Mochin the chaya became gedolim ma'alasam yosef b'mochin the neshama, the much higher. But the tefillin shehem mochin the neshama, so that the tefillin they come from the mochin of the neshama. Hem lamata ve'elach tzitz shehu mochin the chaya. So we see that this are going to be up above them. Kul l'malam ahem. And now let's see if I can understand this. Why is written on top of the tzitz or into the tzitz? He said, was carved into the tzitz. Shtei tevos kodesh laHashem. Why? Shekol makom shenizku tevos kodesh. So there was a time when we're trying to understand what's going on in the Rishash with the word kodesh, which we also saw in the Idris. He bal remez al abba is really coming to tell you about abba. The hidera b'tevis kedusha. So let's take the word. He says kedusha remez al kabbalas amochis. So it's a remez. Kedusha is a remez to the concept of kabbalas amochis, which to me seems feminine. But the word tevis. So it is. I guess that's what he's saying. V'tevis kadosh remazes beikar al kabbalas amochin betzad abba. So the kadosh and kedusha are male and female. So kedusha means the receiving of kadosh. V'tevis kadosh remazes beikar al kabbalas amochin betzad abba. So again, I didn't say it exactly right. He says it refers to the reception of mochin from the side of abba. So abba is kadosh, and the nukva, emah is kedusha. V'keven shad sits romez al kabbalas of mocha b'tzad abba. That is that Zer Anpin is receiving mocha from the side of abba. V'chein choyachakov b'tzitz milas kadosh daika. So specifically, that's the word. What does it do for us? It's it's a remez anyway. Al kabbalas of mocha b'tzad abba. So these are those two different ideas. Let's see what else he has here. V'gam nisbar be'idr rabba sheyesh sheva machavira the reisha de Erik Anpin. So he says he calls it the chavira of Erik Anpin for the whiteness that's coming from the head of Erik Anpin. So Yisachar B'Shuchu Ha'or Ha'Lovan Shebein Saras Harosh De'eraganpin, which is that whiteness that we're talking about, that are between the hairs of the head of Eraganpin. And this is like a stream of whiteness of Mispashnim Ba'arba Hameos Alafim Ribu Olamos. So now we have this concept that where does it go? It goes into 410,000 alamos vehim arba milirad. I don't know that word. Miliarid. I'm not sure I know that word.
It means billion.
Okay, million. So billion.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, got that. Thank you. Shahare Abba Ramos B'Shem Chavaya de Milu Yudin. So Abba is really a reference to the Chavaya of Milu Yudin, which is Av, Shuhu Bigamatria 72, or Av. O B'Shem Chavaya de Milu Yudin, Yeshbo Arba Yudin. And then he spells it out, and you could see he highlights the Yudin, so we understand there are 4 of them. B'chol Yud, Ma'arba Yudin, Ma'arbasa Yudin, every one of the Yudin there. Kulula Mamea has another 100 within it, so it's like a 10 times 10. Call Yud, he Kulula Ma'aser. She'edah Ba'aser Kulula Ma'aser, V'nimsa Shekal Yud, Na'asa Eser Yudin. So therefore each one is 100, Ha'ola B'gematria Mea. V'nimsa She'arba Rabbi Yudin Heim Arba Mea. So there's no problem there that you get to the number 400. Now, we know the word Kadosh is Tai, is another 10. B'sech Meramas al Shnei Osius Kin, Kuf, and Shin. Now, where did the Shin come from? Mitevas Kadosh. So you look at the word Kadosh, you got that. Shagam Heim Olin B'gematria Arba Meos, because this also comes to the count of 400. Ogoshemitzair from the Os Kuf. So if you take them to the letter Kuf and the Shin, Od Arba, you add another 4 in there. How do you get the 4? Shehem Arba Yudin Atzman, which are the count themselves. Osios Kuf Shin Im Os Dalod. Now you put it together with the Dalod, which is another that count of 4. Hare Heim Tevis Kadosh, the Kadosh, which without the vav, or Kadesh. So we know that Abba is a remez to the word, to the milui, which is called Av. He said, Shabazu Vaya Yesh Es Arba Yudin. So let's look at it again. It has 4 Yudin. Shana'as and Toph, which come to the Gematria 400, as we explained. Kenegedalad Osius Kuf and Shin to Tevis Kadosh. I'm still waiting for the Shin. The Nimsa, the Fizeh, Shetevas Kadosh, or Kadesh, I guess you pronounce it Kadosh here, remezes the Havaya B'milui Av, it's a remez to that Havaya the Ilam B'Ab Shahu Ba'abba, to show you that in its ultimate, it's Av. Shuhu HaTzitz Shel Kohen Gadol, which represents the Tzitz, which is up on the top of the, printed on the top of the forehead of the Kohen Gadol. There it is on the forehead. So now the light that is coming to Zer Anpin from the light of Abba that's now in the head of Zer Anpin, it breaks out then on the 2 sides of the ears and on the forehead. Now the lights go out in an order like we're going to get to. It's interesting. It comes out near the right ear. So he's and here he goes like this. He says that the center of the right center, let's call it, it comes out from the metzach on the right side. He said, "Let me read it. Yotza samoch el hametzach mitzad yamin." It's closer to the forehead then, on the right side. Shalakohen. Then he says, "The muach habina the mitzad abba, the muach habina that's on the opposite side. Yotza samoch laozen small. Shalakohen gadol. The muach hagavur to das the mitzad abba." So that was also going to be closer to the middle, let's say. Yatsa Samach the Metzach, it comes out closer to the forehead, mitzad small Shal Kohen Gadol. Vakesh Yatzach HaB'mochsha mitzad abba min a Kohen Gadol. So when the mochin come out then from the Kohen Gadol, we're saying like this: Oz Heim Choyer Kulam Tzitzis. Then all of them, let me say, I skipped the pace. All of them, mispashtim b'kol hametzak shel Kohen Gadol. They wind up spreading this group of four to the forehead of Kohen Gadol. Marchu Mosif Hosafa Bedata Kedusha. So now the Marchu adds something in his own thinking. Sheshem Havaya Hakasa B'Tzitz, the name of Havaya that's written over there, Kohen Gadol. Hoyachakok B'Tzitz was carved in the Tzitz. Al Derek Zu. Shehoya Or HaMochin the Abba Bokeh Mishnei Tzadeh HaMetzach, and it was like this: that the from the two sides, the line of the Mochin the Abba break out from the two sides of the Metzach, and also from the Maznaim Shal Kohen Gadol, and from the ears of the Kohen Gadol. The Hainun, he means to say like this. He says that Shtei Osius Yak, the Yud K of the Yud K Vav K, because we're talking about Kodesh Hashem, it doesn't say just Hashem, as a Yud K Vav K, Mishem Avaya. Hoyachakuku Mitzad Yamim Shal Tzitz. It was carved in the right side of the Tzitz. So you have like this: the Tzitz has a right side with two letters in it, Yud and K. Hanason outside the Metzach Yemini, which would say this breakout of light is on the right side of the forehead, Shal Kohen Gadol. Then you have the Shtei Osius Vavke. So he sounds like there's a separation, or maybe there's not such a separation, but if you start in the middle, you're going to have a right side of the middle and a left side of the middle. I don't know. But at any rate, he says the Vavke, Mishem Havaya, Choyachakukim Mitzad small Shalatzitz. It was really carved on the left side of the Tzitz, Nason outside the Metzach, Smoli Shalakohen Gadol. Number Nun Gimel. So he says, so here we're coming to really pretty much what I got. And I know that he told me what the shin was, because I read this once before, and I don't remember I didn't see it here. So he says, Ke'es ani midalag malafarsho v'Hashem atov yiten li habir. So this is the end that I have of that explanation, and the Shem should give me the strength to be able to, I guess, to continue on and see more about what the real meaning of that is. Now, did I miss what was going on in the Shin? I just read it. He says, I'm over at Mem Aleph in the previous place. He said, they should start from the Osis Kufin Shin. He says, Od Arba, Shehem Arba Yud and Atzman, then you get the word Kadosh. I don't see where I saw the shin. The osis koshin, the tevis kadosh, and nimsa the pizeh, tevis kadosh. I'm still not seeing it. I'll have to try to find it another time. That's all I have here for today on the Tiva Kavanos. And so let me stop that there. And we'll go over today.